But that being said, yes, it's time for the prison break. Side note, I've been so busy this week that I did not research how to get into Mercer's house. Like, this is totally not set up the way I normally set it up. Hold on. I totally didn't research how to get into Mercer's house like I promised I would. It was just a week. Just a week. Although, my weekend was good. I was at a Renaissance fair. So I was technically playing Skyrim in real life. That's only it was Time Traveler's Weekend, so there were a bunch of anachronisms. But anyway. Side note, going through one of these ruins armed with only a shiv. Well, a shiv in my claws, to be fair.
Never should have come here.
Ooh, okay.
What was... I knew it. What you want, huh?
Well, and
That
spells.
takes care of that.
Oh, I did have a costume, yeah. Because it was Time Traveler's Weekend. One of the costumes that I've already made for a Halloween in the past. It was actually last Halloween. I cross-played as Osgood from Doctor Who. So I went to Time Traveler's Weekend as that. I think only most of them just saw the scarf and went Doctor because I went in the first episode, the first outfit that we ever saw her in. So yeah, most of them just saw the scarf and said Doctor. But then this one little David Tennant went past, and he got this little smirk on his face as that sudden moment of.
I brought what you asked for.
Good work. Get ready while I have a word with our favorite outsider. I had Kai recover all the things the Nords stole from you. You better get ready before we break out into the city. And take this. It's blessed with the old magics. Something to remember me by.
What happens now?
Now, I announce to all of Markarth that I have returned. Don't worry about your name. They'll know who to blame and fear after today. It'll take years, but I'll organize the Forsworn again. We'll reclaim our land, and then when power is ours, we'll have peace. A kingdom. Until then, let me offer you a warning. Beware the Forsworn. No place in the Reach is safe from us now.
Which means that they're suddenly not making all the Forsworn in the game friendly. Let's put it that way. Okay, good. All of my stuff is back in its favorite spot. And then also items, apparel, armor of the old gods, destruction spells, cost, boots of the old gods, sneaking. Gauntlets of the old gods, bows do 20% more damage. Helmet of the old gods increases your magicka by 30 points. Yeah, I was just looking through the stuff and seeing what the old god stuff did. You know, the stuff I've heard whispers about. Yes, I made a Hearthstone reference, but oh well. let's drop all these hoods and robes I've got since I'm not using those. Yeah, and the party boots and party clothes. Let's go ahead and drop those just for the... There we go. It's good enough for now, at least. And then let's go back to feeling our old selves, shall we? Dawnbreaker, dwarven armor, dwarven boots, gauntlets, helmet. We were using the mace, weren't we? Let's go back to that mace. I have useless weapons all the time, Wabbit. You know this. At this point, I just collect them. That's what Skyrim is. The little subtitle should be Skyrim useless weapons. By the way, in regards to the podcast that really should be recording right now,
Madana, think you can escape my prison, do you? You'll pay for what you've done to my family.
Your family? You've poisoned the Reach with your tainted silver for long enough, Bonar! Put you down! Over here! Gods, damn you!
I'm not getting involved because if I strike a guard, then suddenly I'll be in more trouble than I glitchily am anyway. And like I said, I didn't research the Mercer thing. Yeah, right now it's okay to attack, but I genuinely don't know who to attack. We've just got two sides of a useless battle that one side was a corrupt group of guards and the other side is a bunch of people that want a bloodbath. I don't see a good end to either of this, to be honest.
Over here!
I mean, heck, when Lydia doesn't even attack, then you kind of know it's one of those situations.
No one crosses me!
So, how about we figure out what's next? Which one of these is the main thing? Because I think it's about time that I go back to the... Oh yeah, that's right. They've added a part to it. Yeah. So yeah, let's go some more with that one for now. Although there are things we could do for the college and stuff here. Or we could do the Temple of Mara stuff. See, the thing is, we're stuck on all of the Thieves Guild stuff until we take care of this whole situation we've got ourselves into, and that's going to require me to do that research I told you guys about that I just haven't yet because it's me slacking off. You don't need no stinking research. I do need stinking research. I can't find anything for water breathing. So, because here's the thing. Let's go and show. I mean, unless you guide me into how to get into Mercer's house, which I need to. I've got 2 of them right now selected. I need to get inside of Mercer's house was my problem right now. Which I even forget where in... I'll take us back there now that I've... attacked the guy outside through the... I suspect someone's doing some YouTubing while we're talking. Either that or some Googling. I'll seriously never beat this game if I don't do some of the main thing. Because I could get the thing that's at the bottom of the lake, but our main problem is that we don't have the ability to do water breathing yet. So, I mean, if I were Argonian, but I'm not. So otherwise, see, Mercer's house is... Woo! No. No, no, no. Oh, you mean the guy that walked away from the gate?
Is someone there?
There we go.
Just a scratch.
Wow, really? Okay, we're doing this. Hate doing that, but okay. Eh. Just wasn't fully understanding it. Some of the missions in this game, they don't exactly make it clear what you're supposed to do, if that makes sense, right? Besides, I was going to try for the lake thing, but like we ran into, what was it, 2 weeks ago, we figured out that was a problem because we couldn't get enough water breathing. Oh, of course, there's going to be a bunch of thugs in the place.
What was that?
Should we genuinely even try? Beat the living daylights out of him and be done with it. Well, now we were talking, and we specifically said we needed water breathing for that situation. Okay. Either way, we're here now, so... Also, I think I way prefer Dawnbreaker. For Pete's sakes, Lydia. Okay. Oh, would you look at the Dabalia statue? I hate it when the follow. Yeah, totally. And they just stare at you like, oh, get out of the way. Ooh. Secret passage. I'll just take that potion of stamina. We're all thieves around here. Didn't used to be until a chat room member finagled me into it, but that's in the past. Yeah, I should have known better. What the heck was I thinking? Oh, I have no idea, Wabbit. No idea who could have been the one to just convince me into all of this crazy shenanigans. Also, why do I have a feeling instead of finding evidence of where Mercer is, I'm going to find Mercer himself? Also, good lord, this is a thieves' hideout. All these freaking traps. Also, NPCs are so stupid when it comes to traps like this. Sheesh. Oh, would you look at that? So no, I actually have Mercer's plans. I was totally expecting to find Mercer himself, actually. Right, there probably is. Give me a break, Wabbit. I've not been at this for a week. I'm a bit rusty. Also, that'll give me a chance to look for useless weapons, as we called them, and get rid of them. Yes, I'm very 10-man-ish today. Chest. Okay, there we are. M. Not certain how you managed to get your hands on the item we discussed, but I'm more than pleased. I thought you'd simply wait until it was being transported from canceled Duro to its final destination, but according to what I've heard, it vanished right from their armory. I wish I knew how you were able to slip by the guards, bypass the portcullis, unlock the armory door, and break into that dwarven puzzle-locked chest. You need to teach me that little trick sometime. I've left your cut in the usual drop spot and might have another job for you soon. R. I saw the urn for once. Keeping me dishonest. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's not happening again. We're just gonna take that path right down the easy way. The not having Lydia dead way. Also, when I go on these Thieves' Quest, I really need to remember to switch armor.
What was that?
I actually need my power for once. I can't remember what. Night Eye. Here we are. Okay.
Must be my imagination.
I see, that's why. That's a drop that you can't get back from, so... Okay.
Is someone there?
Oh, wow. That was a very... That was a trip I did not expect to be that quick. Okay. I'm all slightly blinded until my night eye wears off. Ugh. Anyway, what I was going to say was the Samuel's Thoughts that should be recorded this week is actually going to be pre-recorded because I did an audio walk around of the actual fair itself. It's an experiment that I've never done before. I've heard other podcasters do it, but I figured for once I would do it, and I hope it's entertaining. I am too much my own critic to be able to tell you whether it is or isn't. Let's put it that way.
We've scoured the town and I've spoken to every contact we have left. No
He
sign
wasn't
of
there,
Mercer.
but I found it.
Any luck on
He
your
wasn't
end?
there, but I found these plans.
Shore's beard. He's going after the eyes of the Falmer? That was Gallus' pet project. If he gets his hands on them, you can be certain he'll be gone for good and set up for life.
Then we have to stop him.
Agreed. He's taken everything the guild has left, and to go after one of the last greatest heists is just an insult. I've spoken to Carlia and made amends for how the guild's treated her. Now she wishes to speak with both of us. Quickly, we have no time to lose. Until next we meet, lad. Not now, lad. Carlia said it was important.
Here she comes.
I promise you, all your questions will be answered. You just have to trust me. Brynjolf, the time has come to decide Mercer's fate. Until a new guildmaster is chosen, the decision falls to you.
Aye, lass. And I've come to a decision. Mercer Frey tried to kill both of you. He betrayed the guild, murdered Gallus, and made us question our future. He needs to die.
We have to be very careful, Brynjolf. Mercer is a nightingale, an agent of Nocturnal.
And it's all true. Everything I heard in the stories. The Nightingales, their allegiance to Nocturnal, and the Twilight Sepulchre.
Yes. That's why we need to prepare ourselves and meet Mercer on equal footing. Just outside of Riften, beyond the southeast gate, is a small path cut up the mountainside. At the end of that path is a clearing and an old standing stone. I'd ask you both to meet me there.
I have some preparations of my own to make. I'll meet you at the stone.
Okay. I suspect I know what's going to happen at that stone, but I'll save my suspicions.
Let's talk.
Oh, really?
What's on your mind?
Okay, yeah, it's...
Back from a job, huh? Hope... Look, if I was a little harsh before, I just want you to know it's because you were new. Know what I mean?
You'll get stoned. So, will you tell me your real name?
Look, I don't really know you. I don't even really know anyone here. Why do you care anyway? It's not like we're family. This is a business.
Something had to make you this angry.
Look, you want to know about me? All right, I'll tell you. I'll tell you about the time I was a young girl, barely out of her teens, living on a pig farm in the middle of nowhere. Didn't have a coin to spend between our entire family. Ate the same slop we fed our livestock.
Sounds horrible.
Oh wait, it gets much better. How about the fact that our farm was attacked by bandits, and that they killed my entire family who didn't even brandish a weapon against them? Here's the best part. They took me as a prize and violated me for a fortnight. Tossed me from bandit to bandit like...
You don't have to continue.
It's fine. I had to tell someone, I suppose. Carrying around a weight like that, it hurts after a while. Cuts you inside like a dagger to the heart.
How'd you escape?
Over time, I managed to gain their confidence. Then one night I grabbed a knife, waited until they fell asleep, and cut their throats. I never returned to that pig farm, you know. There's nothing for me there. So that's my sad story. What do you think?
You still never told me your real name.
Maybe one day. Just not today.
I wanted to ask you about Shadow's debt.
Back off. This action's all mine. No room for anyone else in the guild on this one.
Do me a favor and drop the debt.
Why should I bother? I've already made a bunch of coin off of his shipments, so anything else I squeeze out of him would be a bonus. Oh, wait a second. I see what this is. You want me to cut you in, or you'll rat me out to Brynjolf. Tell you what, I'll give you a share right now if you forget the whole thing.
Forget it, I'm gonna speak to Brynjolf.
Whoa, whoa, calm down. Let's just think about this for a moment. You win. Tell Shadra he can forget the debt. Maybe I'll see you around the guild.
Good to see you again, friend.
I don't remember Shadyar, and I don't remember dealing with that, but okay. I've just saved someone their debt. That's possible. That's... Like I said, here's the other problem. It's been 2 weeks, so some tiny little details, totally gone. It's like I took time to... I finally, the week before last, beat Mass Effect Andromeda, but I had been slacked off and hadn't played it in a while. I didn't remember some of these people I promised stuff to. I remembered when it counted, but let's just say. I mean, it's like the one time. Remember, I think it was like a month back in this, whenever I got an inheritance from someone for being nice on here, and I couldn't remember who the heck it was. Yeah, I'm going to have to reboot, aren't I? Why does it keep doing this all of a sudden? Okay, yeah, it's reboot time. Ooh, no, it's not. Okay. It heard me. It heard me. I threatened it and it went, oh, no, I'll behave. Okay, fine. After some time away, I miss doing this. Oh, right, yeah. I always forget that you have to turn it on as well. It's like it makes it way too complicated. Oh, outside at the Riften Stables, okay.
How can I help?
I need to go back to the Talos Shrine, or Mara Shrine rather, and go woo and take care of that.
Any luck with Sapphire?
You're no longer in debt with Sapphire.
5, 8. You actually talked her into it? I don't know what to say. I didn't think anyone in Riften even cared what happened to me. Look, I was saving this, but I wanted you to have it. I thought I might need it if Sapphire came for me, but I don't need it anymore.
Potion of extended invisibility. Ha ha ha!
I'd better get going.
It's gorgeous. Anyway. Turn the miscellaneous off, and let's see where we need to go with this stone, shall we? Ooh, not very far, actually. Okay. That's just a small hike for us. Let's go. Too bad it wasn't water breathing. Yeah, exactly after we needed it. That would have been irony of all ironies.
Come and see what you like.
Okay. I cannot. Cannot walk on water, and you know it. Yeah, I thought so. I swear I thought that rock was a big creature for a second. Nightingale Hall, thought so.
I'm glad you're here.
What's the significance of this place?
This is the headquarters of the Nightingales, cut into the mountainside by the first of our kind. We've come to seek the edge we need to defeat Mercer Frey.
What kind of an edge?
If you'll follow me, I'll try to explain on the way.
Tell me about the Nightingales.
Gallus, Mercer Frey and I were once members of what's known as the Nightingale Trinity. The Trinity disbanded 25 years ago when Mercer Frey betrayed us by slaying Gallus and dumping his body in the ruins of Snowvale Sanctum.
Were they a part of the Thieves Guild?
Indirectly. The Trinity is usually selected from the ranks of the Guild, although its existence is a closely guarded secret.
What is their purpose?
The Nightingales protect the Temple of Nocturnal, a place known as the Twilight Sepulchre.
Who is Nocturnal?
She's the mistress of night and darkness, and the patron of every thief in Tamriel.
I never met a thief that worshipped anything.
Nocturnal isn't one for worship and reverence. There are no priests and no sermons, no services, and no alms. She influences our luck, and in return, demands payment.
Sounds like a guild contract.
You're closer to understanding than you realize. The only difference is she doesn't demand payment in the traditional sense, and sometimes the cost can be quite high. Whether you know it or not, Nocturnal dictates how well we perform as rogues.
I have my skill, not powers or magic. That's totally not what I would actually say.
Again, you have to think differently. Haven't you ever noticed how our luck behaves? Like a novice picking an impossible lock, or a blind man suddenly turning to face you as you reach for his pocket. It's through these subtle means that Nocturnal influences us.
Sounds like she just likes us to suffer.
Nocturnal's whim is the greatest mystery to everyone. There have been volumes written on the subject. Does she exact payment when we die? When we suffer, does she revel in our misery? No one knows. The return certainly seems worth the risk, though.
Am I to become a Nightingale?
It's my hope that you will, yes. This way, please.
About this place when I joined the guild, but I never believed it existed.
The assumption that the Nightingales were just a myth was seeded within the Guild on purpose. It helped divert attention from our true nature. What's wrong, Brynjolf? I can almost hear your brow furrowing. This isn't about religion, Brynjolf. It's business.
So, and
This is Nightingale Hall. You're the first of the uninitiated to set foot inside in over a century. Now, if you'll both proceed to the armory to don your Nightingale armor, we can begin the oath.
wow, that was almost dialogue for once involving Lydia. Nice.
You appear hesitant to don your Nightingale armor. What's troubling you?
Because I'm over freaking encumbered again. Nightingale armor, boots, gloves, and hood. What do these actually do? Increases your stamina by 30 points, increases frost resistance by 30. Oh yeah, I've got some heavy weapons. Boots. Wearer is muffled and moves silently. Whoo, okay, nice. Lockpicking is 20% easier. One-handed attacks do 20% more damage. Okay. And illusion spells cost 15% less to cast. Okay, this is a set of armor I do not mind. Now let's see here. Ooh, I got a Nightingale blade out of the situation too, didn't I? Let's drop this immediately.
You appear ready for the oath.
Time's wasted. The Mercer's still out there. Let's get this show on the road.
You appear ready for the oath.
Ooh, nice. I like how the armor covers your face because you're supposed to be a secret. So it's like a mask, but it's practical at the same time.
Okay, lass. We've got these get-ups on. Now what?
Beyond this gate is the first step in becoming a Nightingale.
Whoa there, lass. I appreciate the armor, but becoming a Nightingale? That was never discussed.
To hold any hope of defeating Mercer, we must have Nocturnal at our backs. If she's to accept you as one of her own, an arrangement
Here we
must
go,
be
another
struck.
one.
What sort of arrangement? I need to know the terms.
The terms are quite simple, Brynjolf. Nocturnal will allow you to become a Nightingale and use your abilities for whatever you wish. And in return, both in life and in death, you must serve as a guardian of the Twilight Sepulchre.
Aye, there's always a catch. But at this point, I suppose there isn't much to lose. If it means the end of Mercer Frey, you can count me in.
What about you? Are you ready to transact the oath with Nocturnal?
Yes, I'm ready.
Good. After I open the gate, please stand on the western circle. We'll speak when the oath is
So, how many deities in this game have I made oaths to and stuff at this point? I think I'm losing count. Thank goodness they don't have this whole balance thing in things. Like they notice each other or something. That they would dislike my lack of loyalty at this point. Oh, this is so freaking pretty. Stay there, Lydia.
I call upon you, Lady Nocturnal, Queen of Murk, and Empress of Shadow. Hear my voice.
Ah, Carlia. I was wondering when I'd hear from you again. Lose something, did we?
My lady, I've come before you to throw myself upon your mercy, and to accept responsibility for my failure.
You're already mine, Carlia. Your terms were struck long ago. What could you possibly offer me now?
I have two others that wish to transact the oath, to serve you both in life and in death.
You surprise me, Carlia. This offer is definitely weighted in my favor.
My appetite for Mercer's demise exceeds my craving for wealth, Your Grace.
Revenge. How interesting. Very well. The conditions are acceptable. You may proceed.
Lady Nocturnal, we accept your terms. We dedicate ourselves to you as both your avengers and your sentinels. We will honor our agreement in this life and the next until your conditions have been met.
Very well. I name your initiates Nightingale, and I restore your status to the same, Carlisle. And in the future, I'd suggest you refrain from disappointing me again.
There we go. That wasn't such a chore, now was it? I almost fell off there.
Now that you've transacted the oath, it's time to reveal the final piece of the puzzle to you. Mercer's true
Oh, dear.
crime.
He's done more?
Mercer was able to unlock the Guild's vault without 2 keys because of what he stole from the Twilight Sepulchre. The skeleton key. By doing this, he's compromised our ties to Nocturnal, and in essence, caused
So
our
that's
luck
how
to
he's able to
rise
get through stuff. So the key unlocks any door?
Well, yes. But the key isn't only restricted to physical barriers. All of us possess untapped abilities, the potential to wield great power securely sealed within our minds. Once you realize the key can access these traits, potential becomes
Oh, dear.
limitless.
Sounds like no one should possess it.
Good. Then you understand why this is about more than just Mercer's lust for power. If the key isn't returned to its lock in the Twilight Sepulchre, things will never be the same for the Guild. As time passed, our luck would diminish to the point of non-existence, and whether you know it or not, our uncanny luck defines our trade.
First time I ever set out to return something.
Very true. In our line of work, it's quite rare we set out to return a stolen item to its rightful owner.
Let's go.
Before we depart, Brynjolf has some business to discuss. I suggest you listen to him.
Listen, lad. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go after Mercer. The leadership of the Guild. Listen, lad. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go after Mercer. The leadership
Why
of
tell
the
this to
Guild.
me?
Carlia and I had a long discussion before you arrived here. Thanks to your efforts, Mercer's treachery has been exposed. After we deal with him, all that remains is restoring the Guild to its full strength. As a result, we both feel that you have the potential of replacing Mercer as leader of the Thieves Guild.
Me? What about you?
I've been at this game a long time, my friend. A long time. I've stolen trinkets from nobles and framed priests for murder. I'm good at what I do, maybe even one of the best, but it's all I know. I've never been one to lead, never desired it, never cared for it, don't want it.
I don't know what to say.
Well, we have a bit of an errand to run before your coronation, so don't get sentimental on me now.
I accept.
Then it's decided. When this is all over and Delvin's contacts assure me that we've regained our footing in Skyrim, we'll handle the details. Until then, we have quite the task ahead.
Then let's get to it.
I've been poring over the plans you brought us, and I'm convinced the eyes of the Falmer are in the Dwarven ruins at Erkenthand. Karlaya and I will meet you there. Prepare yourself, lad. This will be a fight to remember.
Yeah, the leader of the college and the leader of the thieves. This is like a conspiracy. Do you think we stand a chance against Mercer?
If you would have asked me that yesterday, I'd have said no. But now I think our chances have improved. Look, call me crazy if you like, but I trust Karlaya. I don't think she'd lead us down a suicidal path. Besides, I'd rather die with some of Mercer's blood on my blade than spend the rest of my life regretting that I ran the other way.
Guess we're nightingales now.
Aye, and some of what Karlaya said is starting to make sense. Mercer may have damaged our reputation and raided our coffers, but this goes well beyond even his twisted form of larceny. Old Delvin kept calling it a curse, and we all laughed at him. Looks like the joke's on us. Until next we meet, lad.
Erkengrad. Probably Ango's Mill and then make our way down that way. That sounds about right. fire. Oh, hello. Well, that took exactly 2 seconds.
Can't hide from me. Chill down,
Okay, that's just made a shortcut now. Ah, there you went. You fell somewhere. Also, that totally wasn't your battle axe. You just stole that. Ah, there we are. I think I had gone through the thing, so now it's time to... Might be wrong. Yeah. My fellow nightingales have gotten here before me. Yeah. I knew that bit. I was just trying to remember which ones I had done, because you know me, I always do that health, magicka, then stamina. And then I always do it that way. That way I'm equally pushing it up. Seems no matter how much I level up my stamina, though, I always seem to catch up. I love these dwarvens. Side note, if there was a non-complicated way for me to cosplay as one of these things, I might actually notice I say non-complicated because it's doable, but wait. I seriously wish you could collect all these parts and then just build you one, right? That would be awesome. Never seen a rune do that before. Whoa, okay. Oh, the spider. Right. Okay. That's what I was hearing a them. They were following me the whole time. I do believe that was an elevator. Ha! Or that's what it suggested to me anyway. Now whether that's what it actually was supposed to be or not.
Mercer's been here. I hope we aren't too late.
Those bandits back there.
Brynjolf and I found them like that. Mercer's doing. We have to catch up to him before it's too late.
I'm ready. Let's go.
We should tread carefully. I wouldn't be surprised if he's left behind a few surprises for us.
Like that?
What's that? It's Mercer. Look, down there.
Damn it, there's no way through.
He wants us to follow.
Aye, lass, and we'll be ready. Size of this place. Never seen anything like it in your life, lass.
Imagine the riches hidden within these walls.
So, it's to the pay.
Woo! Got distracted. Oh, okay. Oh, that's neat. I like the design of that. That is sweet. Also, they're very powerful. Skeevers.
You just made the last mistake of your life.
The afterlife will bring you darkness.
Oh, would you look at that? Made progress on a quest I wasn't even trying to make progress on. Okay, the trigger is just getting near it. It would appear. Oh, it would appear. That doesn't mean that that's necessarily what it actually is. It could totally be full of it. Okay. When I activate one, takes the other one, and deactivates it. Ooh. That's some fascinating gate work. not, so... Okay, yeah, what I'm hearing is that right there. I have not found a third lever. Didn't even know there was a third lever in this room, but now I do. Yeah, so there's one on the left, one on the right. Let's see how this one is going. Just as I got over to the other one, that one turned off. It's gonna be... It's not happening. I'm not getting that thing open. I'm trying to see what's through there. Yeah, already. There we go. Or just do that. There you two are. It's waiting. Okay. And what was that? What just happened there? I don't know. We're gonna have to do all that again, though.
Mercer's been here. Brynjolf and I found them.
I'll
We have
do
to
some
catch up to him
saving
before it's
along
too
the way
late.
this time
We
to
should
make sure we
tread
don't have to do
carefully.
this again.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's left behind a few surprises for us.
Crime is one thing. Murder is another. Merciful.
It's Mercer. Look, down there.
I'm on it. Damn it. There's no way through.
He's toying with us. He wants us to follow.
Aye, lass. And we'll be ready for him. Size of this place. Practice. That's what happened. I hardly felt a thing. This chamber. Your choice.
Show me you've got what it takes.
Where are the others? Oh god, it is. It's afraid of that. That's right, we did figure that out with bots. Where the heck are my friends, though? They'll show up eventually. Scripting in the game, I'm probably meant to be alone right now. Oh, there you are. this is the area that he was in. I know it's about to save as I go through, but still. I'm gonna be paranoid anyway.
What happens when you cross the guild?
I don't care. As long as we...
Shoot. No, maybe. That'll just be enough, I suspect. Well, I have a problem now.
I claim your soul is not eternal! Enough games! Let's end this!
got the head.
Give your quarter.
Bring you darkness.
That's why I'm the best. Then this is it. We do this for Gallus and for the Guild.
Carlia, when will you learn you can't get the drop on me? When Brynjolf brought you before me, I could feel a sudden shift in the wind. And at that moment, I knew it would end with one of us at the end of a blade.
Give me the key, Mercer.
What's Carlia been filling your head with? Tales of thieves with honor? Oaths ripe with falsehoods and broken promises? Nocturnal doesn't care about you, the key, or anything having to do with the Guild.
I don't believe you. Nocturnal guides me.
Then it appears the shadows shroud more than your presence. They blind your wisdom as well. Our actions have always been one and the same. Both of us lie, cheat, and steal to further our own end.
The difference is I still have honor.
It's clear you'll never see the skeleton key as I do, as an instrument of limitless wealth. Instead, you've chosen to fall over your own foolish code.
If anyone falls, it'll be you.
Then the die is cast, and once again my blade will taste nightingale blood. So it
Oh, geez.
Damn you, Mercer. Fight it, Brynjolf. It's taken control of you.
Dude!
Get on your corpse.
Sorry. Not really. Skeleton key.
skeleton key and the eye, and let's get out of here. This place is coming down. Quick!
No luck
Get
there,
the
lass.
skeleton key and
Something
the
must
eye,
have
and let's
fallen
get out.
Moving.
Another way out of here. The place fills with water.
Why do I feel like I'm staring it dead in the face? I genuinely do not know how to get out of here, and now I'm drowning. Yeah, thanks for the advice. We'll add drowning to the list.
Carlia, when will you learn you can't get the drop on me? When Brynjolf brought you before me, I could feel us. And at that moment, I knew it would end with one of us at the... What? Nocturnal doesn't care about you. Then it appears our actions have always been one, and it's clear you'll... Instead, you've chosen to fall over your... Then the die is cast, and once again, my blade will taste Nightingale blood.
Damn you, Mercer. Fight it, Brynjolf. It's taken control of you.
I've killed legions.
We have to find another way out of here before the place fills with water.
Old habit, I suppose, when it comes to the new save. I wondered if it wasn't going to be through the pipes. That's why I was giving that a shot, but no. There's got to be a way to deal with this, and I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to get out of here.
Find another way.
Gather there's an exit and I have to find it. The problem is finding it. I don't genuinely know what I'm supposed to be looking for. I thought about the pipe, but one of them didn't work. Maybe one of the other ones will. Swimming sometimes is an absolute pain. Am I even inside the pipe at this point? Yes, I am, so... It's like only one of them. Yeah, I thought about that. I tried one of them and it didn't work. Like I said, I bet you it's only being picky and only giving you one of the pipes to actually come out of. Because, yeah, that's what I'm figuring. One of the pipes, probably. The problem is I keep on ducking into each of them and going, nope, nope, nope. If it is one of the pipes, they didn't think about it in a nice way. I'm trying to follow within the framework of using well, crap, of course. It would be all crumbly right at the end, wouldn't it? Get myself out of here. There. Made sure not to reveal itself until the water completely came up. That's just kind of not fair.
Sorry, lad. I've got important things to do. We'll speak another time.
I can't believe it's over. 25 years in exile, and just like that, it's done. All that remains is to ensure the safe return of the skeleton key.
Sounds like it'll be a simple task.
I'm afraid it's not that simple. When the skeleton key was stolen from the Twilight Sepulchre, our access to the inner sanctum was removed. The only way to bring it back will be through the Pilgrim's Path.
I take it you've never used the Pilgrim's Path?
It wasn't created for the Nightingales. It was created to test those who wish to serve Nocturnal in other ways. As a consequence, I have no knowledge of what you'll be facing.
Then we best get started.
Brynjolf is needed back at the Thieves' Guild to keep order while you're away. And I can't bear to face Nocturnal after my failure to protect the key. I'm afraid you'll have to face the end of your journey alone.
Don't worry, I'll return the key.
Take this with you. I'm not certain if it will help within the walls of the Sepulchre, but I certainly don't need it as much as you. I've had this bow almost my entire life, and it's never let me
She's
down.
giving me her bow.
I hope it brings you the same luck.
I don't understand why you won't come with me.
I've been a Nightingale for a very long time. I sold my allegiance to Nocturnal in exchange for many profitable years of thieving. Falling in love with Gallus was wrong. It was a distraction that allowed the Sepulchre to be desecrated, and it likely cost him his life. Until the key is returned, I will never set foot inside that place again.
Okay.
Sorry, lad. I've got important things to do. We'll speak another time.
Nice how there's this one pipe sticking out from the ruins. Wow. It's way far away from any place I've been to yet. About the only way I could get there would be go to Rorikstead and make my way down. Well, now wait. got Sunderstone Gorge here. So at least that's a little bit. But otherwise, yeah, I've got nothing nearby. Because I haven't even made it to Falkreath yet. Half Moon Mill's about the... Oh no. Haldor's Cairn. So, I'll go there. Frickin' Lydia startled me for a second. Also, there's a dragon flying around because I can hear it. If I find it, I'll fight it. I think I heard one anyway. There we are. I knew I heard you somewhere. Come on. Have some fun. I got a new bow I need to try out. I know how this works, Lydia. Try the blade, shall we? Go. I got some archery in as well. on hearing it. I was like, where? I hate fighting dragons in wooded areas like this. I always lose track of them. Wow, ran out of charge already, huh? I love this animation. A hint of Rhythm Cowboy and a hint of I have had enough of this!
Close enough. Close enough. Warning. Back off. Bad time to get lost, friend.
Did you see what I just did?
Fall back. Mercy.
Are you prepared to die?
Lydia ain't got time for this mercy stuff. Mercy, what's that? Arrived. The Twilight Sepulchre. Follower cannot accompany you here. Of course he can't.
I don't recognize you, but I sense that you're one of us. Who are you?
I'd ask the same question of you.
The last of the Nightingale Sentinels, I'm afraid. I've defended the Sepulchre alone for what seems like an eternity.
The last, what happened to the rest?
We were betrayed by one of our own kind. In fact, I'm to blame for what's happened here.
How are you to blame?
I was blinded. Blinded by dark treachery masquerading as friendship. Perhaps if I had been more vigilant, then Mercer Frey wouldn't have lured me to my fate
It's
and
him.
stolen the skeleton key.
Wait a moment. You're Gallus.
I haven't heard that name in a long time. How do you know of me?
I have the key.
The key! You have the skeleton key! I never thought I'd see it again. And Mercer Frey?
Dead.
Then it's over. and my death wasn't in vain. I owe you a great deal, Nightingale.
I did this for Nocturnal.
That's quite a noble sentiment for someone in our, well, in your line of work. My only regret is that you had to undertake this task alone.
Carlia helped me.
Carlia? She's still alive? I feared she'd befallen the same fate, ending up a victim of Mercer's betrayal.
Then take the key and right all the wrongs.
Nothing would bring me more pride than to return the key, but I'm afraid it's impossible. From the moment I arrived here, I felt myself, well, dying.
How can a spirit die?
The sepulchre isn't merely a temple or a vault to house the key. Within these walls is the Ebonmere, a conduit to Nocturnal's realm of Everglow. When Mercer stole the key, that conduit closed, severely limiting our ties to her.
Then I'll have to proceed alone.
I'm afraid so. I'm weakening, and I can feel myself slipping away. The years without restoration of my power have taken their toll. Whatever damage has been caused can only be corrected by following the pilgrim's path to the Ebonmere and replacing the key.
How does the Ellenbear affect all of us?
The Ebonmere is a conduit through which Nocturnal influences our world. Not through magic or blessings, but purely through luck.
Luck is meaningless. What we do involves skill.
Yes, absolutely. Your skill is your own. Don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. But Nocturnal, she influences our luck. Nearly imperceptible assistance we get when we ply our trade.
How's that changing the way things are?
Think about the guild, about the state it was in when you began. Think about all the little things you might have heard. A pick breaking when it shouldn't have. The clouds in the nighttime sky clearing at the wrong moment. Our access to those bits of luck are what separates us from common bandits.
So with the Ebonmore closed, our lucks run dry.
Precisely. There are a few who still call Nocturnal Lady Luck, and for good reason.
What's wrong with the other Nightingale Sentinels?
With the Ebonmere closed, and their sudden severance from the realm of Everglow, I fear they've undergone a drastic change. They're shadows of their former selves. They no longer remember their true purpose or their original identities.
Why aren't you like them?
My spirit didn't manifest itself in the sepulchre immediately, so fortunately I wasn't present when the Ebonmere was sealed. However, ever since that day, I've felt my power waning, slowly draining away.
Can't you just take the key?
Whatever is affecting the Nightingale Sentinels is starting to affect me too. As I get closer to the Ebonmere, I begin to feel myself slipping away. Even right this moment, I feel strange, when I don't think I should be feeling anything at all.
What will I face in the Pilgrim's Path?
I wish I could help you, but I've been a prisoner in this very chamber for the last quarter century. The only possible help I've come across are the remains of some poor fellow who is trying to follow in your footsteps. Perhaps his journal can help? Good Good luck, Nightingale.
I don't know why I let Anders talk me into this plan. He said the place would be full of riches, but I have yet to see even a single gold coin. To make matters worse, I think the other priests are beginning to suspect we aren't who we say we are. If they discover we're posing as priest of Nocturnal, I'm sure they're not going to simply ask us to leave nicely. I have to watch my step. As an acolyte of Nocturnal, I've been assigned a mentor, old dark elf fellow by the name of Lethanius. Maybe if I act the part, I can pry some information from him about the Pilgrim's Path. Anders swears to me that all the temple's wealth is stashed within their inner sanctum, which supposedly sits at the end of the path. So my job is to get us through the obstacles alive. Lithius was easier to coax than I expected. Gave me a wealth of information on the Pilgrim's Path, but he was speaking in riddles. I'll try to record what I remember here and share it with Anders after he's done with his mentor. The only thing Lithius seemed clear about was that there were 5 tests on the path. This is what he said about each. Shadows of their former selves, sentinels of the dark. They wander even more and deal swift death to defilers. Above all, they stand vigilance everlasting, beholders of the murk, yet continuous of the glow. Offer what she desires most, but reject the material, for her greatest want is that which cannot be seen, felt, or carried. Direct and yet indirect, the path of salvation, a route of cunning with fortune betraying the foolish. The journey is complete, the Empress' embrace awaits the fallen. Hesitate not if you wish to gift her your eternal devotion. He also mumbled some nonsensical phrases like night is the new day and how he was the ghost of the sun. I have no idea what these cryptic sentiments mean, but hopefully during tomorrow's ritual, Anders and I will put everything we've learned to the test.
I sense a presence. Death comes for you now.
this angle, and then, you know. It is midnight, guys.
Does someone need? Death comes for you now.
Okay, we'll do the second. Wow. Okay. That happens quick. Yep, it didn't save a bit of that, so.
I don't recognize the last of the Nightingale sent. We were betrayed by... I was... Perhaps if I had been more vigilant... How do you know of me? The key! And Mercer Frey? I owe you a great deal. That's quite... My only regret is that you have... Carlia? I feared she'd befallen... Nothing. From the moment I arrived here. The seven... When Mercer stole the key. Whatever damage has been caused can only be corrected by following the pilgrim's path to the end and replacing the key. Yes, my friend. How may I help? I wish I could help. The only possible help I've come across are the remains
I think it's time. I wanted to get this done before we went to sleep, or signed off at least. But I'm already starting to feel myself fade, so it's probably best if I reached over here and wrap this one up. Long day. But anyway, if you want to find all of the other Let's Plays, you can go to tscn.tv/play. Everything on the website will be back to its normal operating things now that holidays and vacations are out of the way. And if you want to find me more personally, about.me/labtech7 for all the ways to find that. And if you guys like what we're doing around here, consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/TSCN. So until next time, play on and see you guys. Yeah, okay, that's got it. Yeah, thanks